Hello everybody and welcome to another Royal Rumble video, but this time around TNA announced that WWE and NXT are in a partnership. Now, since the Royal Rumble is just right around the corner, I am not here to talk about the usual suspects. I am here to talk about which TNA and which NXT star could possibly be a Royal Rumble entrant. I want to be smart about this and make it strategic. There are certain talents in TNA that we want to go against some WWE NXT superstars. Now, the Royal Rumble is the perfect presentation where we can see these two face off, or if anything, have one of them eliminate the other and we can start the feud, since we do know that the partnership is now in existence and we can continue this after the Royal Rumble. So what I'm gonna do next is give you a TNA star and then the counterpart of an NXT superstar that I think Shawn Michaels, the chef, can definitely cook up something amazing. And I think I did a very Shawn Michaels way of booking here. You guys can disagree with me. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments. I know you guys always do. So first up here on TNA, I see Jordynne Grace entering the Royal Rumble. And as her counterpart in NXT, I see Zaria joining the Royal Rumble. I mean, I think it's self-explanatory. You know, Beast versus Beast, powerhouse versus powerhouse. They're both powerhouses. They both got the muscle. I'm not so sure when Jordynne Grace's TNA contract ends, so she might already be WWE talent when she joins in this year's Royal Rumble. I also know there's already history there because in NXT, and it was Giulia, Zaria, Jordynne Grace, Stephanie Vacker, and Kelani Jordan. They went against Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, and I believe it was Fatal Influence. There was a spot where Zaria was supposed to spear Roxanne Perez, but Roxanne Perez moved out the way and speared Jordynne Grace. So there's already sort of that tension in history there. Why not just continue it? Next up here, I think it's pretty easy to guess. I got from TNA Moose, and from NXT, I got Oba Femi. This will be a match between two meaty men. You know what I mean? Like, these two are full of muscle, power, raw, and just meat. Moose is a multi-time champion. That sounds weird. Is that right? Multi-time? He's a multi-champion. I don't know what it is, whatever. He has won multiple championships throughout his career. We got Oba Femi pretty much stepping over everybody in NXT. He is now NXT champion. He was the North American champion. Oba Femi is that damn guy. And he is only 26. He will be in the main roster by the end of this year or by next year. And I can already see him being catapulted into a championship braid as soon as he gets there. So if he goes against Moose, I feel like it's sort of a passing of the torch, you know, like, yeah, like, I F things up in my career and now you're gonna just F things up in your career. It's just gonna be a match full of raw power and a bunch of meat. The next one here from TNA, I got Gail Kim. And I know she's not wrestling anymore, but she did post a video of her doing like a head scissors kick. I don't know what it's called. And she still got it. Who do I think her counterpart in NXT would be? Roxanne Perez. Now, I don't think a lot of you guys would think that I would have said Roxanne Perez, but I'm gonna let you know why. Gail Kim is a pioneer of modern women's wrestling. She's technical, she has aggressive offense, and she's a leader in the women's wrestling movement. On the other hand, we got Roxanne Perez. She's the future. She's young, she's hungry, she's technical as well. She has tenacity, she's always eager to prove herself, and she's ready to show that the next generation is ready to take the spotlight. It'll be another beautiful poem. It's a seasoned veteran versus an upcoming star. Call me Shawn Michaels, because I know I'm cooking. Next up here from the TNA side, I got Masha, the current TNA Knockouts champion, Masha Slamovich. And from NXT, I'm going to go with the NXT Women's Champion, Giulia. Not only do we got champion versus champion, this match would be a blending hard-hitting style of brutality, intensity, fierce, and aggressive. Although these two are very similar in the ring, their personalities are different. Giulia is more elegance, where Masha is more raw. She's straight to your face. She has all this power and intensity built up in her. And if you're not familiar with Masha Slamovich's game, you will be familiar with her game. This next one here is a little tricky because I do got the TNA champion Nic Nemeth, but I have two options for him, either Wesley or Ethan Page. Either way, I think they're all very similar with in-ring. Wesley Wesley and Nic Nemeth are probably more similar than Nic Nemeth and Ethan Page, but they're all highly skilled individuals. I can see them all run a great story. We can make it a triple threat. Hell, let's just throw both of them in there. Let's just throw all of them in there. We can make this a triple threat. Nic Nemeth versus Wesley versus Ethan Page. Considering Nic Nemeth is the seasoned veteran, though, if we're gonna have a triple threat, and I know I didn't do this for the other individuals, but I think if we're gonna do a triple threat, I think Nic Nemeth should go over as the seasoned veteran, sort of showing the younger talent, this is how you get things done. There's going to be trash talking in between because we know Ethan Page is a little trash talker. Nic Nemeth can also trash talk as well. And because Nemeth is the seasoned veteran, I can see him exploiting each of their weaknesses. Considering Wesley and Ethan Page are both heel, I do see Nic Nemeth shaking each of their hands. I see both of them reciprocating the handshake, but I don't see them shaking hands to each other. Again, call me Shawn Michaels, because I know I'm in the kitchen. I know I'm a freaking chef, man. Chef Minnie's out here. Next up here, and I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this, but Santina Marella and Ariana Grace. I think it'll be a funny spot to have in the women's rumble, and I already know that Santina Marella has taken opportunities from the other women already, and I'm fully understanding that with the main roster and the NXT locker room, we got fill up an entire rumble without depending on legends or little gaggy entrants like Santina Marella versus Ariana Grace. Like we could have a little cute moment in the rumble, you know, not everything has to be serious. And for the last one, because someone's contract is expiring, now this one I am reaching just a little bit, but we have seen main roster talent go to NXT, have feuds, have matches. So hear me out, because somebody's contract is expiring. Okay, Josh Alexander, someone might be returning at the Rumble because he's just a super freak of a human being. Ilya Dragunov. Okay, Josh Alexander versus Ilya Dragunov. Now this has been a dream match of mine for a while, so I'm just throwing it in there because we've seen Michin, we've seen Dom Dom, we've seen Becky Lynch down in NXT. So why can't we bring back Ilya Dragunov just for one match only, you know, and go against Mr. Josh Alexander? I don't know if they've ever crossed paths before WWE, but damn it, the day that they do not forget about me. Do not forget about who manifested this, okay? I could just see the hard-hitting technical submissions, the brutal strikes. Their rivalry could really go as to who is the better of the technical wrestlers and who perfect to push Alexander to his limits than Dragunov. And that's it for me. Let me know who you think is going to be a part of the Royal Rumble from TNA or NXT. What potential rivalries you could see cooking up at the Royal Rumble. Until next time, bye!